Hey guys, Cooking with Kim D. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a great day. I am starting to think about holiday baking, and I am experimenting with some recipes that I've been looking for online. And we have our standard desserts that we do at the holidays. I usually make a cheesecake. Not usually, I'm told to make a cheesecake. I make an apple crisp either for Christmas or Thanksgiving. It's called Big Sissy's Apple Crisp. It's a recipe I've kind of developed over the years. I'm the big sissy, and my sister Darcy and I, my youngest sister, have kind of bonded over apple crisp. It's kind of been our thing over the years. So I've kind of developed that recipe, and that's a consistent one that we make. Depending on the holiday, whether it's more appley stuff or gingerbread for Christmas or whatnot. But there's usually one or two people that say, cut me a very teeny tiny slice of whatever it is that we're having for dessert, because they want to try a few different things, which I love to do too. Cheesecake, easy to cut a little tiny sliver of it. Pumpkin pie, not real difficult to cut a little sliver. If I'm making a trifle, you can just take one little spoonful. The one thing that's hard to really take a small slice of is a fruit pie. So I said, how can I do this that, I've just been kind of playing with the idea. What can I do to make that a little bit easier? And I just found a great recipe. It's super simple. That is a pull-a-pie pie recipe. And I said, I'm not going to come on and show you guys how to make Libby's pumpkin pie. I mean, the recipe's on the back of the can. It's super easy. And I wanted to give you guys something different that kind of is one of those, ooh, that's really cool. How did you do that? So I'm hoping this is one of those items. So I have some Pillsbury pie dough. I do not make my own pie crust. I'm sure there are many of you out there that do. It is not something I've tried it once or maybe twice. I think I failed epically the first time I did it, and I think I never wanted to try it again. So I use the Pillsbury dough. It tastes great. It cooks great. I just stick with the simple thing. Now, things like my cheesecake, things like my apple crisp, I tend to make totally from scratch. But when you're making a lot of desserts, you got to have some quick recipes to be able to, kind of come up with and, do some little fake out things. So I am using some canned apple and some canned blueberry to do this tonight. And what I did was, as you saw, I had my Pillsbury dough, and I let it sit out for a minute before I rolled it out so that it wasn't, all sticking to each other. I rolled it out on our pastry mat. This is great for if you're doing doughs, even if you're just doing pizza and stuff, rolling out cookies and whatnot. It is awesome. I used my little baker's roller to make sure all my edges were down smoothly. And then, I cannot believe this, I don't have a biscuit cutter. I don't have a round cookie cutter. I have cookie cutters of all different shapes and sizes and no round ones. So I used a wine glass. So this was just about 2.5 inches. It called for 2, so I'm hoping this is okay, but I think it'll work fine. So I rolled them out. I need about 50 of these little squares, is what I'm guessing I'm gonna need for the recipe. So I've got my circles ready to go. Now, I could bake this in something like our deep dish pie plate. I have all my scraps in here in case I decide I want to do something with these afterwards. This is the old color. This is the old cranberry color. We now have it in a beautiful, very nice neutral grayish color that looks beautiful on pretty much any place, in any place setting. So this is our deep dish pie plate, part of our stoneware line. I could bake it in something like this, but I know I'm going to need this on during the holidays to put something else in, so I don't want to. Another thing I just wanted to show you while I was at it is this is our pie crust shield. Now, it doesn't attach and stay right on, but once you build up your crust, this is just meant to sit right on the edges of your crust so your crust doesn't get burned. But this is a great product to have as we're heading into the biggest baking season of the year. So instead of using the pie plate, I'm actually going to use the Springform pan. This is our 9-inch Springform pan that came out in the fall for the new fall catalog release. 2 pieces. I did cut out a piece of parchment paper to put on the bottom so that this wouldn't stick to the bottom, just in case. So this is great for, I've done, you know, obviously I do my cheesecakes in here. I also do savory cheesecakes in here, guys. I did one in one of my last parties. It was a BLT cheesecake, and I know it sounds really weird, savory cheesecake. It was phenomenal. So it was great for, I actually enjoyed it more for like a brunchish item. We had it for dinner one night with a salad, really simple salad, but another great use of this. So I'm gonna build this up in here. So all I'm gonna do is, let's see if I get this all in the picture here. All right, so we're gonna start with the apple. I'm gonna put the apple on the outside. So I'm gonna take one of my circles. I'm gonna put a little bit of the apple pie filling, and all I'm gonna do is pinch on both sides. So it's gonna be open. Now, I've seen this recipe in a couple of different places. Some say to put down a little egg wash. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm so sorry. Some say to put down just a little bit of egg wash. You know, I might do that just to be on the safe side. I think it's going to help it stick together a little bit when I pinch those edges. And this is our Chef Silicone Basting Brush. Love this. You guys have probably seen me use this in my videos if you follow me in my VIP group or on my page or whatnot. All right, so I'm going to take one of these, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the outside. Oh yeah, that actually pinches together much easier when you add the egg wash. So inside here, I am going to build these up and put them right next to each other. And I'm going to go around in one circle with apple, and then I'm going to do one with blueberry, and then I'm going to do apple, and then I'm going to do blueberry. I'm going to put you guys on hold, pause for 1 second, because you don't need to sit and watch me do all of this. And I'll show you what it looks like before we finish it off. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and I am finished putting together the pull-apart pie. It's so cute. I love how it came out. It didn't take too long. This would actually be something, I don't think little kids could kind of handle this, but if you have a teenager in the house that wants to help with the holiday baking, this might be a great project for them to work on. So it took a few minutes just to, put it all together, but how pretty does that look? And you could do, if you wanted to do strawberry or cherry. Cherry's actually one of my favorite, but I'm the only one in the house who really cares for it. So I did the apple and the blueberry. And then with all the extra pie crust that I have, don't let that kind of stuff go to waste. What I did was I cut out a whole bunch of, so we used to carry these awesome little cookie cutters. And one of my favorite ones to use is the maple leaf. So I cut out a whole bunch of maple leaf because I might play around with some other recipes later. And these would be really cute if you were baking a pie. So you finish off your edges around, and then a little bit obviously further in, but go around your edge and put your little leaves. If it was Christmas, you could do snowflakes. If it were Valentine's Day, you could do little hearts. But it's a great way, oh, that lighting is bad. I can't tell if you can see it. It's a great way to use up some of your scraps of your pie crust. Another way to use your scraps from your pie crust is fall of 2021, we came out with this hand pie and pocket maker. So you roll out your dough like I did before. This part of it is a cutter. So you cut it, makes a perfect circle. You can stuff, if you take 2 pieces, so just 2 rounds, you can take 2 scoops, this comes with it. Take 2 scoops of your favorite filling, put it in the middle, pinch it around. Actually, you don't even need to pinch it around. You can use this, and see all these little edges? It presses together inside of here and makes a beautiful fluted rim around the outside. And you can bake these. I've done them inside the Pampered Chef air fryer. They come out phenomenal. You can also make like little empanadas or half-size ones and fill your, filling in here. So you do 1 scoop if you were just doing a half one. Put 1 scoop in here, seal it, beautiful little half pie. So there's another way to use pie crust. And these are some great ideas for, you know, if you don't have a lot of time to bake, but you still want to make something that looks really special, this is a really fun way to do it. So if you have any questions, I'll make sure I post a picture of what this looks like and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to bake this at 400 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'll make sure I note if I felt like the times were off or anything, because this was the first time I'm making it. But super cute. I can't wait to see how it comes out. And I hope it's a big hit for me and you. Happy holidays.